Hello, it's Greg Britton, your Spokane mortgage strategist in my casual Gonzaga wear today in celebration, recognition, congratulations to Courtney Vandersloot of the Lady Zags, who went overall third pick in the WNBA draft. So third pick overall, first round, of course, which was higher than she thought, and most people thought she would go. So that's just fantastic. So congratulations to Courtney. Hope she does well in the pros. Greg's home update. April 11th, Monday, a look at the mortgage rate, mortgage bond, housing market. First, if we look back at last week, what happened in mortgage bonds, we lost some value in bonds, which sent rates about a 1/4% higher than they were. We were around 4 3/4. Now we're closer to 5 on a conventional 30-year. Um, I've said this before. There's always a span of rates. That's kind of what we call the par rate. So there's always rates below and above that, and you can have your choice. There's fees associated with them. The FHA and VA rates are actually beating the conventional rates by about a 1/4% right now. It's a little better deal on those. So why did the bond lose value? Um, Part of it was due to a coupon rollover. So Fannie Mae sells this benchmark coupon in the current month they're in, and they also have ones that are kind of for months down the road, and at some point they need to roll over from one month to the next. When that happens, there's typically a 50 basis point to 100 basis point difference. That 100 basis point difference would be 1% in price. And usually the market, the night after the rollover, makes up that pricing difference right out of the gate, and it's kind of a non-issue. They didn't do that this time, and I think one reason they didn't is because the bond has been overvalued for a while. So the market just didn't make up the difference, seeing that that was overvalued. Why has it been overvalued? Well, there's been a lot of demand for the fixed rate mortgage bond because of a lot of global crises. um, the tsunami and earthquake in Japan, um, uh, Libya, all sorts of stuff going on have sent um, a lot of investors to a flight to safety, and mortgage bonds are considered very safe. Well, that stuff, while it's still going on, is not at the forefront of the news and as much, and so it's not at the forefront of bond buyers' minds. So less fear means we're going to pay less for the bonds, which sends mortgage rates up slightly. So, what's on the agenda this week? Well, I was looking at my list here from the newsletter I send you, and there's a lots of reports every day, tons of stuff. Actually, today not much, but every other day of the week, a lot. And there's a lot of treasury auctions too this week, and treasury auctions have the ability to move the bond market because they're similar style investments. So if treasuries, especially long term, 10 plus years, if treasury auctions do well, it tends to help mortgage bonds. If they do poorly, it tends to hurt mortgage bonds. So mortgage bonds do well, mortgage rates stay low. Mortgage bonds don't do as well, mortgage rates tick up. So that's we're seeing that uptick, and that is definitely the overall trend, like I've been saying for weeks and weeks now. So that is what is going on this week. You'll see in the newsletter that the rental market is doing well, and that's good actually for housing sales. And you say, well, why would that be? Because the better and better the rental market does, the higher and higher prices of rent. So if there's a lot of demand, rent prices go up, and they reach a point where it turns that person back towards buying. And contrary to popular belief, there is a lot of mortgage money out there to lend. It's not that hard to get a loan. It's not as hard as people are making it out to be in the news. You don't need 20% down. There's a lot of good products out there. So make sure you get in touch with a local lender and talk about that if you're so inclined. Okay, that's it for this week. I will see you on the 18th. Have a fantastic week.